run through the tape. In life, never give up, run through the tape.
Hey, it's Inside the NBA. It's presented by Kia, coming to you live from Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, sitting in for Charles Barkley, Isaiah Thomas.
Zeke week.
Thank you.
Zeke week on Inside the NBA. Highlights of the Knicks game coming up moments from now. That was a good one as Sacramento held on. There's... I wonder where you're taking that shot. There's the Chuck on a shelf.
Chuck on a shelf.
Like the elf on the shelf. More on that later. But we're going to start tonight with game one of our double dip here on TNT. Got the mask on Derrick Rose.
Masked man, Ernie.
There it was, taking on Chris Paul and the Clippers. Their first meeting since December of 2011.
Wow.
Blake Griffin with a 10-point first quarter.
You know, he shot the jumper well, played inside well. You know, Chuck and I both think he needs to become more of a dominant inside presence. He could definitely do that, though.
And he was matched by Pau Gasol, who got off to a good start. In fact, Gasol was 1 out of 9 from out there.
Pau Gasolovic.
Tonight.
Pau Gasolovic.
Everybody with a Vitch on their name could shoot the
Oh, yeah.
Joakim Noah. As they start the second quarter, 13-0, part of a 20-5 run. And the Clippers, meantime, Zeke, going 3 for 23 in the second quarter.
They definitely were struggling in the second quarter. Couldn't buy a basket.
Outscored 21-11. And at the half, it was 44-35, home team, and then Derrick Rose takes off the mask to begin the second half.
and start to find the rim. I don't know if there's association behind it or just a confidence thing.
Oh.
This was flagrant.
Sign him up for UFC. Dana White.
Wow.
I'll call you.
That earned Blake Griffin a trip to the
Blake
Clipper
Tyson.
locker room. Flagrant 2 and ejected with the Clippers down at that point, 57-43, but they would go on a run without him. There's DeAndre Jordan to go to the fourth quarter. And Wesley Johnson for 3.
Good ball
Johnson
movement
shot the
right
ball
there.
well.
Had a little 12-0 run here, and Josh Smith contributing.
They're coming back. They're coming back, but we'll see if it's enough with Josh Smith again for 3.
And ties the game at 66, so a 23-9 run after the Blake Griffin ejection.
It seems they play a little bit better when the ball is snappy, Isaiah, when it's moving. You know, when it's just, getting dribbled 9, 10, 11 seconds, it seems to slow them down a little bit.
Yeah, and I thought when Griffin went out, they were able to get a rhythm and was able to move the ball a little bit more. But Derrick Rose turned into the old Derrick Rose.
He had 9 points out of his 11 in the fourth quarter. Chris Paul from deep. Game's not over yet. 78-75. Derrick Rose again, Zeke.
That used to be a staple, that running one-handed down to the basket.
And he was clutch in the fourth.
3-point game. Nice move by Butler, but can't finish, and the Clippers are going to have another chance. And Isaiah, it's Chris Paul.
Instead of going for the basket, he went for the foul.
Yeah, but Kenny, did you see DeAndre run up and attempt to set the pick, didn't set the pick? I mean, plays like that, I don't know what the play call is, but I think if DeAndre would have set a hard pick, Chris Paul could have a better shot at taking a wide open.
Should have waited for the pitch as well on that play, too.
Bulls snapped their 3-game losing streak, and the Clippers have their 3-game winning streak snapped, 83-80. And again, it's Derrick Rose who went without the mask after a scoreless first half. 2 points in the third, and then 9 in the fourth. And Chicago able to hold off the Clippers to win it by 3. What was your takeaway from this game? As we talked about the identity crisis that both teams seem to be in. Isaiah, what do you take away from this game?
Well, anytime that you can win, if you're Chicago right now and you're still looking for that leadership, you're still trying to find your identity, it's good. They didn't play a very good basketball game, but they were able to win. And I think as time goes on, it looks like Butler or Rose will have to take the leadership mantle. Right now, I think they're missing that leadership because when Tibbs walked out of the door, again, they lost the leader of their team. They lost the voice in terms of their coach, but also in terms of someone who set the identity, set the tone, and gave them a personality.
Yeah, I think when you look on the Chicago side, the things that they were really good at, I said at halftime, and that made those players individually good, you know, from Rose to Butler to even Gasol to a point, they're asked to do something different and be good at that. And there's resistance in that, you know, because all of those guys, obviously before Holberg came, had some degree of success. You know, Derrick Rose was the MVP. Butler got a huge contract all before he got there. So there's some resistance to figuring out what really works with what they want to work, Shaq, in their mind, saying, well, I will give up this knowing that this still might work over on the other side. And I don't think they know that yet.
They were known for a defensive team because of their defense intensity. That's not there right now. Like you said, they're trying new things. They can get it back. You know, they just need to be a little bit more consistent. They need to figure it out. And, you know, sometimes when you're the guy and you're playing with the other guy, every now and then you got to step aside and let the other guy go to work. That's why they call it 1-2 punch. A lot of people get knocked out with the jab or they get knocked out with the knockout punch. So, you know, I understand you're saying they need a leader, but they also need to figure out, okay, Jimmy's rolling tonight. Go ahead, Jimmy, you got it. You know, just like you and Joe did.
Mm-hmm. I look at Chicago also in terms of, you know, they were built on toughness. And when you think of defense, you think of rebounding, toughness, and just, you know, exerting your will on the opponent. But when you're trying to make yourself an offensive team, you lose a little bit of that defensive toughness, a lot of that defensive toughness. And I think that's where their identity crisis is coming in. I mean, when you look at Noah, you look at Gibson, those guys are tough guys. Butler, Rose, they come out on the floor and you automatically think toughness. You don't look at those guys and offense comes to mind. But when you look at Mirotic, when you look at Gasol, so right now their team is still trying to find which identity they're going to assume.
And Snell. So you had Mirotic, Snell, McDermott, and Gasol, and you have Butler, Rose, Noah, and Gibson on the other side. So it's like, which way are we going to play? Because it's one conducive for these four, and these four is conducive for another way.
And strangely enough, a lot of their defensive numbers, when you look at the analytics, are better than they were last year, and they were scoring more points last year than this team that's supposed to be more offensive-minded. Tonight they get 83, and it's enough to beat the Clippers 83-80. The Knicks and the Kings. I know the guys upstairs seem to be playing the music like we want to go to break, but we don't want to go to break.
We don't want to go to break.
No.
Okay, so we're going to watch
and we don't want to see this play again either. We want to see this.
Oh, with Vivek, with the...
Like that sweater, Vivek. Send me one.
Ugly Christmas sweater?
Yes.
It's an ugly Christmas sweater, even though it says Kings on it.
Rajon Rondo to DeMarcus Cousins for the jumper.
You know, he can go inside, outside. He's really been working at that shot and hits it all the time.
Rondo was special again. He looked like the Rondo of the Boston Celtics.
There's the zinger with the turnover for New York. And it's going to wind up in the hands of Darren Collison with the feed from Cousins.
Okay, DeMarcus, I see you. You gotta dunk that, Darren. Come on. That's enough the highlights, man.
Cousins.
Well, he said, I'll dunk this one.
Robert Lopez got no chance there.
Whoa.
There's tough juice right on the bench. You're talking about tough with Caron Butler.
Look out! Look out!
How you can argue he's not the best big man, Kenny? I know they're not winning, but guess what? They're only 2 games out of 8 spots.
I'm not arguing that he's not.
Okay, well, just say it
I'm just
then.
saying he's
Say
in the
it.
boat with a bunch of guys.
Oh,
the way they affect the game is about the same.
Watch Rondo right here.
Anthony Davis. They all affect him.
Anthony Davis is powerful.
Okay.
Omri Caspi with the finish from the Rondo pass. And then, as we move to the third quarter, Rondo, he loves that move. And around Porzingis for 2.
I call that move the Pistol Pete.
Now, Sacramento opens up a 19-point third quarter lead.
Unbelievable move right there. A lot of talent, Shaq. Lots of talent.
The 19-point
Still ain't give me
lead
a name yet.
was cut to 11 by the time we headed to the fourth, and there's Cousins again.
That move right there was Porzingis. I know you coming up, but guess what? I'm the big man.
How about this move by Porzingis?
Okay, Porzingis.
The and one, and they're back in the game, 91-88.
That's what I'm talking about, the little man dunking. Yeah! Get back! Get back!
Says he's been lifting every day and his legs feel great. There's the proof.
I'm talking about it. I love when the little guards go in there and slam it, throw it down.
He's
hard.
He surprised a lot of people.
Teammates were loving it too. Quincy Acey in a state of shock.
That's probably the first time a lot of them seen him dunk.
Take that. Don't back
Melo for three.
Don't back up. Take that.
Yeah, with a couple of minutes to go, it was a 7-point game, but then Carmelo made it close again. Afflalo off the mark. Sacramento in transition, and Caspi's going to be fouled.
That was a fortunate play for Sacramento because I don't even know why Caspi went to the rim. He should have pulled that back out. Seconds are more valuable than points at this time. Carmelo gets an easy layup
This
here.
Olay defense.
And then watch this.
Slips right out of Collinson's hands. You know, he has it, loses it. Flalo gets it.
And
now
that score at that point is wrong because it's 99-97 at that point. And now here's a chance to tie it or win it.
I think he could have hit Porzingis under the basket or went to the basket. Tried to get the two, go to overtime. What's wrong with 5 more minutes and try to win?
99-97. Sacramento Kings hang on. They've won 2 in a row. The Knicks have lost 4 straight in 8 of their last 10. And the Sacramento Kings, who swept the season series last year, winning in overtime in Sacramento, win it by a deuce over the Knicks. When we come back, Charles standing by in Sacramento. Maybe he's running for office. We're going to talk about the next Republican presidential debate when we come back. Chuck kissing babies, taking pictures out there. It's Sleep Train.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
NBA League Pass is the best way to watch your favorite live NBA games. Don't miss out. Take advantage of the NBA League Pass special holiday offer now. The next Republican debate is Tuesday on CNN from one of Charles' favorite cities, Las Vegas. Check this tweet out. Charles Barkley talks so much trash, my ma calls him the Donald Trump of the NBA.
Well, Donald Plump.
We head back to Sacramento, where Charles, who in the past has entertained the idea of running for political office, is standing by. So, Chuck, I know you're eagerly anticipating the debate on Tuesday. How do you explain this Donald Trump phenomenon at this point? He's seems like every time he says something, no matter how controversial, he goes up in the polls in that Republican side. What do you make of that?
Well, first, tell my man to tell his mama to shut the hell up and just watch TV.
First, you mean the guy on Twitter?
His mama?
Yeah,
That's number 2, Chuck.
Tell his mom to shut the hell up and just watch the game.
That's why you need to be on Twitter, Chuck, so you can answer.
No. Hey, listen, I told you, Twitter's where fools go to feel important. I'm never going to do any social media. Hey, Ernie, this Donald Trump thing has been fascinating, sad, funny. It's all over the place. He started out insulting the Hispanics. You know, living in Arizona, I think the Hispanics are amazing people. To lump all Hispanics together, that was insulting. Now to lump all the Muslims together, that's even more insulting. Listen, this is the United States of America. This is the greatest place in the world. Do we have issues? Of course we have issues. But to try to divide and conquer, which is what the Republicans always do, it's just sad. And it's not, it really is. I feel bad just to insult people. And then you got these losers who love that because they're afraid to look in the mirror and say why their life suck. So they have to blame other people. Your life sucks for a reason because of you. not because of Hispanics. Do we have to do something about the extremists? Of course we do. But it's been sad to watch every time he insults people and his poll numbers go up. Him and Ben Carson, to be honest with you.
Do you wish you could be on that stage and have your say with all those candidates, Chuck? Or has this soured your possible political aspirations?
Not at all, Ernie, because listen, the truth always comes out in the wash. The guy I was supporting was, I've always voted Democratic in my life, but for the first time I was thinking, I haven't made a final decision, of voting for Republican. The guy that I was supporting was Governor Kasich out of Ohio, but he has not been able to get any traction whatsoever. So to be honest with you, at this point, I have no idea who I'm going to vote for. I don't.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't still support him, Charles.
Oh, I'm going to support Governor Kasich, but like I say, he's got to be relevant. And unfortunately, he hasn't been able to gain any ground because, and to be honest with you, CNN has done an awful job this election, an awful job. They have followed ratings and sound bites this entire cycle. No matter, think about it. And I love CNN because they're part of our company, but they've been kissing butt, chasing ratings. They have become like Fox News for the Republicans, to be honest with you. They follow every single soundbite just to get ratings for these debates. And it's been sad and frustrating that our company has sold their soul for ratings.
Well, Chuck, typically a lot of times people vote for people who are from like their same socioeconomic kind of background and have the similar ideas. But with Trump in the Republican Party, why you think people are enamored with someone who is probably less than 1% of the country that really kind of like the same likeness of them? Why do you think everyone is so enamored with him?
Well, Kenny, it's sad to say, I think there's been this racial, there's this racial thing going on in our country right now that we have not confronted enough. We got first of all, we need the cops, but we got these very unfortunate incidents with the cops, and we need the cops. So that's that racial undertone. But if you go back and look what Donald has done, he's bringing up the illegal immigration thing. Now he's going with the Muslim thing. And I think people are afraid to talk about it. I think race does have a lot of, and sadly, because, I was born in 1963 with the church bombing in Birmingham. And it's sad to say 52 years later, we still have this racial divide. What we really have is an economic divide. And we need to talk about how we can close the economic divide, but the Republicans are capitalizing on the racial divide instead of the economic divide, and that's the reason, in my opinion.
Thank you, Governor Charles Barkley. I just want to say your makeup and your eyebrows are on fleek tonight. You look good. Wow. You look good.
You just a hater on the moneymaker.
Any messages for Isaiah tonight? As he did an outstanding job, by the way, as your replacement for the evening.
Well,
your
let me
new
tell you
name
something.
is Charles Caramel Kitten Barkley.
Well, you know what? The one thing I can say about my Turner family, last week we had the great Lisa Leslie substitute for Shaquille.
Yeah.
This week we had Isaiah substitute for me. He does a fabulous job on NBA television, I might add. But we have the best analysts. I'd even give Steve Smith a shout out, and Steve Smith and even Jeremy, who's awful looking in person.
Who?
Rick Campbell.
You mean
Jared Greenberg?
Jared Green. I don't even know his name. My daughter thinks he's good looking. I need to get her another case of Lasix because he's not that good looking. But we have
well, all I know is if both of y'all had nights off, I'm trying to figure out how I'm getting out here one Thursday night then, Ernie, too. You and I are due for replacement.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, listen, hey, Kenny, let me just tell you something. You just better hope like hell Kobe Bryant don't want to come to TNT.
Hey, I think
you gone, bro.
Hey, no, listen. I've been begging for him to come. I've been begging.
Hey, let me tell you
Charles.
something. Hey, Shaq, let me tell you this. There are some nervous people on television because if Kobe Bryant want to go into television, one of us going to get fired. You can be sure of that.
Oh, so that's why you staying afterwards and doing this extra whole soliloquy about the political race instead of just getting out the arena?
Hey, let me first of all, it's Sacramento. There's nothing to do here. Come on.
But
Hey,
I know
Charles,
we were.
Charles, are your eyebrows in hub mode, or did you just get them arched extra high?
Hey, listen.
Niggas look like you're saying, huh?
I get my eyebrows waxed. There's no shame in my game. I get a mani and a pedi also. I be manscaping. I want people to get the full Barkley effect.
On that manscaping note, I think probably time to bid you a good night.
Please.
See you
Charles.
later, caramel kitten.
Thanks.
Hey, man, you guys, I'll see y'all next week. And I
Man,
really
enough,
enjoy
man.
it.
We done with you, man.
Hey, let me say this one more time.
Okay.
It's been an honor and a privilege to work with Rachel Nichols. This is her last night at TNT.
They're taking I know what you're saying, and we're
That's not a watermelon.
but they're taking this extreme tight shot of your eyes.
Your eyebrows,
eyebrows on fleek.
Bye, Chuck.
You got
See you
that
next
makeup
week,
looking
man.
good, boy.
See you next week, man. See you next week. See you next week, man. One more thing, man. One more thing.
Really,
Holla
one
back,
more
man.
thing?
I'll give you one more thing. Holla back.
So,
You like the guy on the phone that you trying to hang
We
up.
start that segment talking about the debate, doing a favor for our friends at CNN. He blasts CNN, and then we're talking about manscaping.
don't forget he told that dude mama to shut the hell up.
And the great news is there's more show to come. NBA All-Star Voting 2016 is officially underway. Cast your vote now on NBA.com or via the
guy's
NBA
not gonna
app
make it.
for a chance to win a trip to NBA All-Star in Toronto. Vote now and vote daily. You can do that. Speaking of All-Star, let us check in with Lance Fresh, who was in Toronto last week for the introduction of the 2016 All-Star jerseys.
Hey everybody, it's Lance Fresh, and I'm here in Toronto with David Cho, and we're gonna break down the new All-Star uniforms.
We always want to tell a Toronto-specific story, so we added the cityscape of Toronto and contrasting colors on the back of the jersey. We really wanted to highlight Canada's national symbol, but do so in a very subtle way across the front of the jersey. We incorporated that raptor claw through the All-Star star.
We have skylines, maple leaves, and raptor claws. What more do we need? This is the first time a non-apparel brand has been integrated into a U.S. uniform.
We worked directly with the league on the design of the uniforms, and they informed us that Kia was going to be sponsor of the game, and all we did was incorporate their logo and the patch onto the jersey.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.
Yes, and how are those Kia patches being put on the jerseys? We can take you behind the scenes.
Underdog.
Underdog, put that on a viral campaign.
Underdog.
Oh, it's
Business is running good upstairs.
Watch your finger.
Underdog. You already hurt one. Oh, my. Hey, underdog, man. Chill out.
Working that pedal underneath.
Underdog. I knew those uniforms looked familiar. Oh, man.
Is that
another one's done.
Oh, man.
Is that an old singer? Someone?
Oh, jeez. Highlights. Hawks and Thunder in OKC. Russell Westbrook getting a roll.
Get it.
Milestone for Kevin Durant coming up. 1,000th three-pointer of his career.
So that's 3,000 points on threes. Wow.
Ooh, nice math.
Quickly, yeah.
UNC?
Yes, sir.
Not a big.
I went to class.
Durant, Westbrook.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Before you did, I had to say it. Before you did, he didn't play that.
Westbrook ahead of the pack, 51-39, OKC. Serge Ibaka had himself a nice game, 17 points in the first half. Got the wide open Jay, 58-43. They had 60 in the first half, 60-49 was the lead. Well, Kent Bazemore was keeping Atlanta in it, 6 out of 6 and 4 out of 4 from deep in the first half, 60-49 at the break. Hawks come out, hit them with a 10-0 run. Kyle Korver.
That's a quick release right there.
Know the results of that one, Kenny.
Yeah, that's a quick release.
They would eventually cut the lead to 1, as a matter of fact.
Got him again. That's buckets.
Yeah, Kent Bazemore again. Going to the 4th, it's 83-75 Thunder. And here comes Jeff T.
Oh,
Got him.
Nope. And Durant back the other way. Going to give it up?
no. Why not? Why?
Pull up. And knock down another 3.
Got him. That's how you get them, Zeke.
Westbrook tries to hit Durant here, but instead hits Ibaka.
Oh,
hits
never
the
leave
jumper.
the basketball. Never leave.
Shooter's bounce right there.
Ball is the most dangerous thing on the court.
New era, Kenny. Defense, they don't do that no more.
Durant with an exclamation point.
You should have 2 guys running at the ball and leaving somebody open underneath.
All Durant needed was an assist for a triple-double, and there he's got it to Westbrook.
Wow.
First triple-double of the season for KD. Goes for 25, 12, and 10 in Oklahoma's 107-94 win. They've won 3 in a row and 5 straight in their gym. Hawks have their little 2-game winning streak snapped. Westbrook 23, 6, and 10, and Ibaka 23 and 10. What do you make of Oklahoma City so far? It's 14 and 8 right now.
I love the way they're slowly developing and coming together. We know they're explosive, but the thing that I'm most impressed with is Westbrook in terms of his decision-making and his assists. Every night you look up, he's got double-digit assists. And the thing that we were criticizing him about earlier was that he didn't get others involved. Now he's getting others involved, he's playing well, he's shooting, and he's still rebounding. So he's maxing out in every category.
Second in the league in assists. That's 15 double-doubles. Second in the league is Russell Westbrook, and they win at 107-94. And Durant, a triple-double of 25, 12, and 10 tonight.
You know, they're 1-2 punch, Durant, Westbrook, but I love when they get the others involved. But, you know, Durant, you know, when he's healthy, legs are going, jumpers going, they look pretty good. But I like when they get the others involved. Serge Ibaka had a good game tonight. You know, if you can keep the others involved, keep everybody happy, then they should go pretty far.
They're coming off a win the other night. They were in Memphis and won 125-88. And Durant said at that time, he said that was beautiful basketball. That was fun to watch, and the way that Oklahoma could be playing every night.
Well, I'm even going to take it better than this guy and better than Steph Curry in this regard. He's the one guy in the NBA.
You're talking now. Who?
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
That when you're playing against him as a guard, you're going to bed at 8 o'clock. There's no rest. Because not only he does what he can do, possibly what Steph can do offensively, but defensively, he's strong enough to give you problems. So, Zeke, I'm going to ask Zeke, greatest small guard probably of his era and ever. That night, which night are you getting more sleep? Playing Steph or playing Russell?
Ooh, I'm nervous both nights. I mean, really, because they both come at you in different ways. And
just individually, not as a team, not 23-0, but
just their approaches.
The personal matchup. Who are you going to get more sleep against?
I'm probably going to have more problems with Westbrook in terms of his mentality, because he comes at you with a mentality that no other guard really plays with. It's 48 minutes of constant energy.
Hell.
Constant, it's
hell.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody like him at his position.
Yeah,
honestly.
And I mean, it's Steph Curry right now, his jump shot is like Michael Jordan's dunk. Like when Jordan used to dunk and everybody get all excited, well, that's Curry's 3. So you're nervous about the 3. So with Curry, I would just get up on him and, okay, I'm gonna give you 20 layups tonight, but I ain't gonna give you no 3-point shots. But with Westbrook,
and you might get 25 shots off yourself. That's the difference. That's the only.
But Westbrook
Russell's
brings
not
a different kind of. Yeah. He just got a different kind of thing that he's bringing to the game. Like, it just makes you a little uncomfortable.
So 30, it might not be an hour. You're gonna go to bed 8:30 with Steph and 8 o'clock with
Russ.
Yeah, but you're scared of both of them.
Oh, no question.
You're scared of both of them.
Oh, some of them guys you stand out all night, 2 o'clock in the morning.
But, the difference is you look at Westbrook and you say he he might hit me. Steph, you know, it's like, okay, we just gonna have a basketball game.
Right.
But Westbrook, you're just not sure. It's like
it might turn into another sport.
This dude may do something, you know?
Get your jab game ready.
107-94, the final OKC over Atlanta. Before we go to the next highlight, update on Underdog.
Come on, man.
Stop, Underdog. Keep going.
Come on, man.
Keep it going.
Kind of cold in the studio. Must be a little bit warm back wherever he is.
Who's Rob Korn? Whose name is on the sewing machine? Rob actually has a sewing machine like that. That's what's really funny.
Those used to be old Singer sewing machines.
Oh,
I wonder who threaded it.
Hey, we got Philadelphia and Brooklyn.
We have to watch this.
Yeah, we have to watch this, but you might want to break into song here in the first quarter.
Oh, really? Yo, come on, man. Wait.
Come on, Kenny.
Yo, that is
Keep it going, Kenny.
man.
Oh, my goodness.
Did anybody actually score?
24-13 after one.
Oh, my gosh. And then some people had to get.
There we go. Thaddeus Young. And a little more Thaddeus Young right here.
When the Generals play the Generals, who actually wins? Because the Globetrotters are not even in this game.
It's 52-44.
This is an
Brooklyn
inter
at
squad
the break.
scrimmage for the Generals.
And then
hear
the
that song one
Sixers
more
get
time,
back in
Kenny?
it. Tony Roten misses, but Okafor is right there.
No one's going to make the first shot.
22-10 for Okafor.
There's going to be no first shot.
Come on, Kenny. Let me hear it.
It's T.J. McConnell who had himself a season-high 17, and the game was tied at 60. And
There's no drama.
Here it's tied at 60.
It's tied at 60. And I told you.
Jeremy Grant and the Sixers have the lead late in the third quarter. In fact, they led going to the fourth, 74-70. But when you're 1-21, that lead does not last.
Well, it could have.
But it didn't. Richaun Holmes, the rookie.
Who he play for?
He plays for the Sixers.
Nice to know you, Rashawn. Nice to see you on TNT.
He's out of Bowling Green.
I know. Nice to see you on TNT after the draft. Last time I saw him on TV with the draft.
Andrea Bargnani had himself a season high. 23 points on 8 of 15 shooting, and Brooklyn
I hated games.
goes to 7-15, and the Sixers go to 1-22. They've lost 4 in a row. They're 0-13 on the road, and they have lost 18 straight games away from home and 34 of their last 35 on the road.
Ernie, I bet you if you asked anyone on that basketball team, have they ever been 1-22 in their life?
No.
Not even in grade
No
school.
chance.
Like, I mean, how do you do that? How 1-22.
Hey, Underdog, the game's in February. Pick it up.
Hurry up.
No, you're good. Underdog, you're good. It's only 12 players on each team. You only got to make 24 uniforms in 3 months.
What music you listening to?
Making the folks at Kia so proud. The entire basketball community is saddened by the loss of NBA pioneer Dolph Schayes, who passed away Thursday at the age of 87. A Hall of Famer who was named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history, Schayes led the Syracuse Nationals to the NBA championship in 1955. When he retired, he was the NBA's all-time leader in points and games played, and was, as Commissioner Adam Silver puts it, one of the most influential figures in NBA history. And we welcome you back. Shaq Claus is reporting for Toys for Tots duty and encouraging everybody to hashtag play it forward. For nearly 20 years.
Wow, that's crazy right there.
Shaq has helped make the holidays
That's
brighter
crazy, man.
for countless children by taking on the role of Shaq Claus. Thanks for doing that, man.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's
Yes.
tremendous. Good for the soul, isn't it?
Yep, so make sure you donate because Ernie, 15.5 million children will wake up without one single toy. Isaiah knows how that feels. I don't know about Kenny, but I know how that feels to wake up on Christmas without one single toy.
I don't know how it feels.
If you can donate toys, go to toysrus.com /Toys for Tots and just donate toys. Every dollar counts. Donate money. it will be helpful.
Awesome.
And I can
work.
tell you,
Awesome.
Shaq has been consistent with that since
Yes.
first day in the league.
NBA.
I mean, when he was playing, one of the things we used to always love is, Shaq's Christmas. What was he going to do for Christmas? How he was going to dress and the toys that he always gave away. I mean, he's always had a big heart, always looked out for the kids. So
I remember, I don't know if it's a true story, but one of my friends was telling me this. When you first started doing it, you actually did it by accident. You were like, I'm just going to go get some stuff, load it up into a truck, and drive down and give out stuff. And then it got too big, and everybody was trying to get stuff out of the van, but you just did it without any sponsors or anybody just put it together.
I didn't have any sponsors, but my mom went to the Boys and Girls Club. It was like 500 kids. So she didn't want to ask me for money for all the kids. She wanted to buy some of the toys. I'm like, Mama, you can't do that. I'll take care of it. And in Orlando, U-Haul right there, Toys R Us right there. So before I told my mom I'd take care of it, I had no idea what I was going to do. But we had a day off, so I got the U-Haul, went, bought the toys, and then brought it. And there you have it. So thank you, Mom. I know you're watching the show. You watch the show. Oh, my mom loves you, by the way. I said,
It's
thank
mutual.
you, Mommy.
Nothing like being surprised by a Christmas gift, is there, Zeke?
no, nothing like it. I mean,
No question.
Especially when you James Brown had a song and it was called Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto. Pack up your reindeer. Because, when you grow up poor, you don't know if Santa's really going to come because you don't know if he can make it.
Yeah.
And sometimes he don't stop in the ghetto. And, thanks to people like Shaq,
He stopped.
who always found, Santa on his sleigh, throw some toys up there.
But wasn't there one in particular for you?
One in particular
Yeah.
for me, in terms of
Was this a prize that was a great gift to receive?
This sounds like a setup, but
Ernie's in the FBI. You know,
where you
he's a
at, Ernie?
master
what
investigator.
was your favorite surprise toy that you've ever, or gift that you ever got for Christmas?
I always wanted an electric football game.
Oh, the slow one?
Yeah, the one we go,
You always had the guy going around and around in a circle.
The
and then
fake
we
magnets underneath it?
yeah, but
Yes, they
then
don't know nothing about that right
we
now.
didn't have no electricity, right? So you had to line up the men, and then you had to tap the. You had to tap it to make them go. And if you tap it too hard, the little man he just fall over.
See, I'm glad it finally
stories
came
to
back
you.
to you. Glad it finally came back
Wait, more. And more ghetto stories coming your way.
And there's some kids at home right now talking about, what the hell is he talking about?
Oh, they still
What?
sell them electric football games.
We have reached that part of the night where we're Shaqtin' a fool. And are you ready?
I have the documents right here.
Very good. It's presented by Hotels.com.
He's Shaq the Fool.
What?
He's Shaq the Fool.
Hey, Zeke.
He's Shaq the Fool. He's really Santa.
Shaq a Claw.
I got a surprise for you, Kenny.
Oh, my goodness.
I got a surprise. Number one,
how is he here?
JaVale McGee is back. Sit on the Shaqtin' throne. Sometimes people try to pull the chair.
He's back.
He's pull the chair.
I'm going to tell you what. He makes them a contender, though. I'm not going to lie. He might make them a contender.
Number two, Otto Porter. The reigning Shaqtin' MVP has yet again put his brain on autopilot.
Wait a minute, I got it.
Watch me. Ooh, watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
I got it. Hold on.
Ooh,
Wait,
watch
I
me.
got it.
Watch me.
I got it.
Oh, my God.
Number three, Kristaps
How? He's
Porzingis.
playing so great.
The man they call 3-6 Latvia looks like he was slipping on some scissor. Slipping on some scissor. Slipping on some scissor. Slipping on some scissor.
Wait.
He's playing too well. Okay.
Number four, Jeremy Lin. Whoa. All that gel in his mohawk must be leaking into his brain.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh. I missed one of those. I'm not going to lie. I remember that. You're not the only one, Jeremy. When you're struggling up some days, you just struggling.
He ran into a guy who's been lifting weights.
Number five, Dirk Nowitzki. Was this a post-up or was this hopscotch?
They didn't call it?
No,
they didn't call
Oh,
it.
my God.
Oh, here it is.
Hey. is hopscotch. That's definitely hopscotch. Oh, he got the 7. He got the 7.
You didn't think he was going to get
got
that?
2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, man. The NBA got to do something about this walking.
No, they don't.
Come on, man.
No, they don't.
You got to pay attention to the
JaVale
minutes.
McGee is back.
Oh, and with the reigning champion in the same field. That was well done, well done. Earlier tonight, we were taping a segment for use on social media, and we had our own type of Shaqtin' a Fool moment involving Isaiah Thomas and Shaquille O'Neal. We were talking about the best on-court celebrations we had seen, and it went something like this.
Here it is.
I can use my imagination.
Yeah, you make
Shaq,
the
come on, like
shot.
a little boy. Remember how we used to do?
got it.
Yeah.
Take the shot.
Oh, hit me in the head. Come on, Zeke. Come on, Zeke. I knew it was coming.
Whatever you do, don't put your hands up and catch that.
My brother used to tear my chest up because he used to like tear you. Boom, a bank shot. Like,
Right.
oh, he tear your chest.
Remember the basket used to move like you were shooting and then it go.
Oh, man.
That was Vince who used to do that too?
Vince used to tear my chest up. Don't hit me in the head.
That's my fade, Isaiah. Trying to bring my fade back.
I see.
We're coming back to wrap things up on Inside right after this.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
Stay up to date on scores, stats, and breaking news. Check out the NBA app, the official free app of the NBA. It's that time.
It's time for
EJ's Reno Saturday Night.
presented by Star Wars Battlefront.
That's like 3-4 weeks in a row with a sponsor for the Nito. How about that? Well, all night long, our takeoff on that elf on a shelf thing, we've had Chuck on the shelf, and there he is. And apparently we've been waiting anxiously to see.
I don't see the wire.
Me either.
I do not see
the wire.
Or you're
I
gonna
did not see the
do a
wire.
magic trick.
I did not see the wire,
That's
Shaq.
very impressive.
I did not see it. Yo, Shaq, remember this is high def now. This is not 1995 when you came in the league.
Isaiah can't even speak at this point. So,
Why should make him levitate? I believe Chuck can fly.
okay,
I
so
believe Chuck can touch the sky.
I guess we've been waiting to see what kind of information he's going to give Santa to see what we should be getting for Christmas. I guess that's what we're doing next. Dear Santa, let me tell you something. First of all, Shaq DJs
let me
more
tell you
than he
something.
watches games. Kenny didn't do his pictures, and Ernie has Underdog working in a sweatshop. First of all, Isaiah can't even spell his name right. That's terrible. In conclusion,
Look how he's
all for everybody. These guys suck. Your elf chuckles. I think I got the diabetes from all these Krispy Kremes. And it's
Come on.
just so
wrote that,
wrong. So
wrote that.
yes, Chuck on the shelf. And Alex upstairs has found him in several locales.
Remember this Barcelona's? Oh, in the beds with. Oh, wow. Hey, Chuck ain't that lucky.
Oh. Driving the porcelain bus. And,
Oh, my goodness.
well, that was,
That was world not worth it.
I don't even know how to describe that ending to the show other than whelming.
Underwhelming?
No, not over or under, just whelming.
Got that at?
That's all I'll tell you. I'll do it again live.
Oh, my goodness.
That's all for us tonight, and thankful for that.
Way to show my string, Ant. Boy, you like taking care of your boy Chuck.
This is how delicate this is.
Come on, Ant.
He would have hit the string with Chuck, right?
Yeah, he would have.
And he got a Harvard shirt.
Yeah, he would have.
He carrying the spell home.
He'll be like, man, Barkley knows magic. Good job, Anthony. I tell you, bro.